So yeah. So and other one is OAM, Oracle Identity Manager. So it will take care of all system admin part. So so like we getting the actual creation of the user and assigning the roles and everything. And other one is APM. So authorization policy manager. This one is authorization policy manager. So in this, all the data roles will be generated. Policy manager, all the data roles will be generated, and if it is not generated, we can generate. So using this authorization policy manager. Okay, and here mainly we don't have the profile option concept in Fusion. We have the concept of data roles. So data. So whenever we create a ledger, one data will be generated, and we assign the data role to our user, and we can use ledger stuff. And okay, so we create a business unit like operating unit. So once we create the operating unit, so we assign the function. Okay, so once we create an operating unit, then we have the functionality called so all the modules. Okay, we can assign so inventory, we can assign purchasing like that. So then some data roles will be generated based on the operating business unit, and we will assign those data roles to the user, which we call it as the implementation user. And so we can use so the work list, what we call is all the transactions using that implementation user. So let me go through this one, provision roles to implementation user. Okay, so here let me go to the, so ours is procurement, right? So let me go to the procurement offering. So this is the procurement offering, and here provision roles to implementation user. Because so every time that so Oracle is clearing the data, right? So that's why we are not able to get so our own AMD project, but we will go through the seeded data up to this level. So the seeded data, we will use the seeded data for the ledger, and we can go ahead. So this one is provision roles to implementation user. So once you click on here, it will go to the so other medieval application. So these three main, so it plays main role. But in the real time, what happens is, so functional constraint, no need to do all these OAM and APM activities. Okay, but, so it is also based on the project and also based on team size itself. Okay, so if it is kind of a team size, so OAM and APM will be take care of the, I can say that any kind of a, so either a DBA or tech person. Okay, so this is one. But if the project is very small project, and if they don't want to, and if it is a SaaS model, so this is the kind of thing. If it is a SaaS model and the project is very small, so then the FSM, the functional setup manager, the functional consultant need to take care of all the things, OAM, APM, and everything. But if it is a PaaS model, and if you going for a customization, and if you have that some technical people or DBA people, so then they will take care of OAM and everything. So because it's a OAM is access related, okay. So then they will create a user access, and they will create roles, and they will assign that. It's still refreshing. Let me check. So it will go to Oracle Identity Manager, provision roles, because once we create a ledger, so then what happens is, so one data role will be generated. So that data role. So we can use that data role to our implementation user. So can you please check this instance meanwhile? So whether it is working for you or not. So I had shared you the link and password and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So now ours is SCM underscore IMPL, right? SCM underscore IMPL. So let me go to the click on administration. Click on administration. So I'm just providing the assigning the roles here. So for you it is working fine.
It works.
Okay. So actually it is refreshing for me. So is it the same case for you? So now it is fine. Okay, SCM IMPL, that is my username. SCM IMPL. So you can check the users. Yeah, this is the username. Just click on here. You can check and just click on here. It will go to the user details. Yeah, now so just click on the roles. So here you can add up the roles because whenever we create general ledger and some roles will be generated. Whenever we create a business unit, some roles will be generated. So then we will assign that those roles. So some data roles will be generated. So we will assign those data roles to these roles, and then we can use that one because here there is no concept called profile options. So no concept called responsibilities. So everything based on the data roles only. Yeah. So here I'm just let me assign some roles. Actually, we had created ledger. Yeah, I'm just using the seeded data. So the seeded is the US primary ledger. US primary ledger. So that is seeded data. Let me check that. Yeah, US primary ledger. So we have mainly three kind of data roles. One is general accountant, and if you see here, so general accountant and finance analyst. See, these are all related to the GL roles. So in UBS we have supervisor, super user like that. So here also we have general accountant, manager, finance analyst, and general accountant like that. So once we assign this one, then we can use GL. Actually, ours is for US primary ledger. I'm just checking. Yeah, you can say that. So general accounting manager, US primary ledger. Actually, we created AMD ledger, so we don't have this data. So now I am using the seeded data. So like vision operations, we have the vision operations in UBS, right? Like this here also, this is seeded data. US primary ledger is the seeded data provided by Oracle while implementing the while testing the product. So Oracle has tested with US primary ledger, and others are so they are related to. So they are all uh, related to the testing purpose. Okay, so from different people. But this one US primary ledger and general accountant US primary ledger. The okay, this one. So for example, now so I had created my chart of accounts. Okay, then so with the AMD chart of accounts, AMD calendar and current USD currency. Then what I can do is so you can go for the manage primary ledger, click on manage primary ledger and create a ledger. So and then we will update, we will specify the ledger option. So like we need to give the retain this account like we did in EPS, and then we have the program called review and submit. So then ledger will be activated. So in that case, what happens is two data roles will be generated. These two. So we can say general ledger, US payment ledger, general accountant, US payment ledger, and other one is general accounting manager, US payment ledger, and one more thing is finance analyst. Finance analyst. That is only for the reporting kind of things. Finance analyst, US payment ledger. So then once we assign these three, okay, data roles to our user, so then our user is able to do any kind of a transaction related to journal ledger. So our user can create journal entry and can post the journal entry, so can view the reporting, can do any kind of activities related to this one. Okay, so that is thing. So here we don't have any profile options. We don't have any kind of a responsibility. This is the responsibility. General accountant US primary ledger is the responsibility. Okay, I'm just adding these two to my user. Just click on add. So once I add this one, then I can go to the navigator. We have two windows, right? One is setup window, another one is navigator window. So you can go to the navigator window. So there you can check all the transactions. In the navigator, it is the transaction part, and in the right side setup is for the set up the things. Okay. So set up the functionalities. Okay. So now so I have added, and no need to save this one. It is a default. By default, it will be saved. And let me go to the application. So this is setup and maintenance, which is a FSM. This is FSM. This is OM, and we have other one called APM, application. Authorization policy manager. So let me check it and setup and maintenance. Yeah, here this is a navigator. Okay, navigator window. In this navigator, so let me check general accountant, whether the general accountant is there. So sometimes what happens is if you feel this, if you are not able to check, so then you can decrease the size. Just you can decrease the size. Okay. So general accountant. So because you can see that whether we are able to see this one, because I am able to see procurement, all these things. I am not able to see general accountant. So in that case, what we can do is let us refresh it. Sorry. So let us refresh. Okay. me go to navigator. Okay. So here let me check whether I am able to get. We have marketing, manufacturing, warehousing kind of thing, product. So I just want to show you the periods and also journals related to GL. So then we can go ahead with other topics. So we can create a structure. So for the multi-arc. So for the multi-arc, so we discussed the multi-arc, right? So this is the multi-arc structure. So, so in that, so in this what happens? We create. So we create legal entity ledger. So will explain you again for the established structure because it's also important. So then we can go for my business unit and inventory arc. So let me check it. The identity manager itself. So let me check whether it is added or not. There are so many roles. So let me check it. Otherwise, I will create one more user and then I will assign the all the data roles. So then I will show you in that way as well. So that the data role is general accountant, ES primary ledger, ES primary, search it. Yeah. So here uh, it is added because if you are not able to see which one, that means that if it is added, ES primary ledger. So let me log out and log in. So otherwise I will add new user because sometimes what happens if it is a log out and log in, it will be refreshed. So here I will just give you SCM. Okay. So here let me go to this and here we will find general accountant. General accountant. We have the manufacturing. Okay, so let me create one user here. So then I will add up. Here I am going to create implement one user, create user and assign data roles. So to create the user, so what we can do is Just click on user, create user. So I'm just giving a AMD user. So here AMD dot user, and the password is, so let me give Oracle 2020, SCLE 2020. SCLE or SCLE 2020. Okay. Then organization. So by default organization, we'll give that. Select there. So employee or user, contact user, whatever it may be. So you can do that. So now save it. So this is how to create a user. Whether it is implementation user or a regular user, it will be based on the roles only. So if you are giving the implementation role, then it is a implementation user. So if you are giving the generic roles for the transaction purpose, then it is a general user like that only. Okay. So it's not a different setup for the implementation user or not different setup for this one. So here I am just giving you. So I am just adding. So the so I implementation. So I am taking this user as implementation user and the generic user. So otherwise, what we need to use, so we need to log out and log in with other user. So I'm just taking implementation user task that the roles as well. Then IT security manager. We have three roles: IT security manager, application implementation consultant, and employee. So and after that, I will assign this general accountant roles. And this one is application implementation consultant. Set it. Okay. Application implementation consultant. We have the manager like that. So let me go for the consultant. Fine. And next one is the employee, because the employee, so we need to be employee, so otherwise we can't do any kind of transactions. Employee search. So click on here and add. And the next one is, now let me add the ES primary ledger. So general accountant ES primary ledger. So general accountant ES primary ledger. Search it. Actually, general accountant, finance analyst, and general accounting manager, these are all the main data roles. And ES primary, okay, once you create a ES primary ledger is, so because I had created ES primary ledger, then it will add up. Okay, so this general accountant is a job. Okay, so then so ES primary is a duty. So once you add up the job and duty, then we call it a data role. Okay, so based on our ledger only, it will add up. System itself, it will add up. Okay, so actually, so if I create AMD ledger, then my data role is general accountant AMD primary ledger. So that is my data role. So here I am taking general accounting manager. So otherwise, so let me take manager. So why take manager? Because using the manager, I can do all. General accounting manager, yes, primary ledger. Okay, now I am fine. So now what I can do is, so we'll log out the application. Let me log out the application and we'll log in with my user, which is AMD user, and with the password. Here AMD underscore user. And password I have given Oracle 2020. Oracle 2020. Sign in. Sorry. Oh, wait. AMD dot user. AMD dot user. Yeah, I think now we need to change the password. So I'm taking Oracle 2020. Here I can give the cloud C capital cloud 2020 CLOUT 2020. Submit. Okay. My user is AMD dot user cloud 2020. Okay. So now it is, let us go to the application. Here we can check the transactions. So my objective is never. So let me increase the size. Okay. So my objective here is I want to I want to open the periods. Okay. And one more thing is once we complete everything, so we need to run this program. This we call it as a LDAP program. LDAP. So roles, once we create a user and then once we assign the role, then there is a program called a synchronization process. Okay. So roles and user and role synchronization process, but that means it will update. So like so in EBS we used to run replicate C data, right? In the same way. In the same way, we will use this one, replicate C. So let us run this program before going to the open periods, all these things. Okay. So you can select anywhere. Okay, you can take any kind of a offering because it's a common object. Run user and role synchronous process. Just click on here. It's a kind of a program. Then submit. Just submit. It will run. It will run parallel. You know, right? How to check this one? So you can go to the schedule process and you can check this one. So in the left side, so we have the schedule process. So here, this is the schedule process. Schedule process. You can check it. So just refresh. So this is here in the schedule process. You can see all the program, and if you want to submit any program, so because you don't have view request and like that terminology, here the schedule processes. Okay, and so once it is completed, then it will be in complete status. Okay, so okay, let it be run. So let me go to the let me check this one, my general accounting. So this is general accounting. So I have generals, periods, flows, and everything. So this is related to general ledger. This one is related to general ledger. So earlier, so I think it was refreshed. It was not refreshed. So now in my user, AMD user, so I am able to. So let me go to the period close. So how to do the period close? Yeah. So for this, we need to select your ledger. Okay. So I want to select my ledger. My ledger is yes prime ledger, which is seeded data. So you can see it, so many ledgers. Okay. So many ledgers are there. I think different people had created different ledgers. We had so many ledgers here. So let me Let me select my ledger. Our serial ledger is US family ledger. So you can select this one. Then click on OK. So then we will be in our ledger. But in the real time, we don't have these many ledgers because it's practice purpose, right? We have added so many ledgers. Just click on OK. Yeah. So now you can open the periods. Okay. Just click on here. Just click on General Ledger Open. So this is the way to open the periods. Okay. General Ledger. Yeah, it will open. So here, so the most of the periods are opened here. Okay. So most of the periods are opened for the January. Okay. So all the periods. So June, July, August, everything is open. So you can see that. So if it is open status, so this is open status. This is a cold status. This is permanent closed. So this is this one. So here what we can do is there are two things. If you want to open this period, okay, just click on here. Select this one. Select. So okay, I just select this line. Okay, 118. So there 2000. So January 2018. Just clear select this row and just click on open. Then just submit. That's it. So let me close. So I don't want to open too many periods here because already most of the periods are open. But this is the process. Just select. So if I want to open any period, just select this one and just click on open. So here open period is closed because it is a grayed out because so it is already open. This period is in open status. That's why closed. You are able to see the closed period. Okay. So let me close the January 1st. Okay. 1st January. So that is January 2017 January. Just click on close. Okay. So the payables receivable policy period is not closed because so here usually what happens is whenever you close a GL period, the other subledger should be in closed status. So then only we can close the general ledger because why? Because so if any kind of a transaction, so all the transactions at the end of the month or end of the quarter, so it will transfer to GL. So then we will get all the reportings in GL, right? So that's why the subledgers should be closed before closing the GL. That's why it is giving a warning message. Just click on yes. Yeah, your process has submitted. Okay. So for that, what we can do is just go to the schedule process. Here you can see that schedule process. Go to the schedule process. Here you can stick that. Yeah, I think it's still running. Yeah, close general budget process is yeah, it is succeeded. Okay, it is succeeded. So here what you can do is just click on here. Just click on here, and here you can see. Sorry, you can see if you're not able to if you're not comfortable. So then you can decrease the size, and you can see that. So this is the view output. So this is a view output. Just click on here. Click on the view output. Okay. Just click on here. So you can see that this is the related to view output only. Okay. So like this, you can check it. Okay. So you can refresh it. So all the programs, so not only okay. So it is refreshed. Close the periods and everything is refreshed. Okay. And this LDAP is still running because it will run not only for our users or for all the users. It will take for all the users in the application. It will take time. Okay. So let me go to the open close and period close, and let me check whether the January period is closed or not. So just click on the general ledger. Just double click on that, and you can see, yeah, it is closed. Yeah, the book is closed, right? It's a closed status. So this is the way to open periods and close the periods. Okay, it's just a mouse click only. So okay, so then let me go to the establish structure. So let me okay. So let me establish structure, create this one, and tomorrow let us discuss this one. So probably tomorrow we will go through the some activities in procurement or inventory, whatever it may be. Okay. So let me go to establish enterprise structure. So I am not switching the user because I had already assigned um, implementation roles, okay, to my user. So now what I can do is let me select the offering, which is procurement. Okay, there are there are different ways to check the task. One is you can go to the implementation project and create the implementation project and assign the offerings, and you can check the task there itself. And here you can check the offering and select the offering and check the task here. And otherwise you can go to the setup and then there you can check it. So let me check the offering here. So sorry, establish, right? Establish enterprise structure. Click on here. Okay, I want to create. I want to create. So there are so many. So there are so many structures are there. So if you want to create, you can create one more. Okay. So I'm creating AMD Enterprise. Copy paste and click on OK. Okay. Here you can give the AMD Enterprise and spot name. So you can select the industry. So which industry? Okay. So let me give any kind. You can give any kind of industry. So I'm selecting the manufacturing industry. Headquarters United States. You can give the United States here. Okay. So then legal entity name. You can give the legal entity name here itself. Legal information. Okay. AMD LLC. Okay, AMD identifier 1234 and AMD 8978. It's just kind of a registration number, but you can check yeah, all these things in the real time. So you can check all the information from the client's input. Okay, if you want, you can create legal address. Otherwise, let me check. So you can check it. So any kind of a New York or what, any kind of information. So otherwise, so we can just click create because it will be easy. Okay, so I'm just going for 501 Main Street, name. I think address line 1 also we need it, right? New York. Okay, click on OK. Sorry. Okay, I'm just taking click on OK here. Okay, so now I'm giving 100 190. Click on OK. Yeah, I can select 100001. Come. Just click on OK here. Just click on OK. Okay. Then continue. So because two ways. One is if you want to more legal entities, you can do it. If you want to, if you are creating with single legal entity, yes. So single legal entity, single country. Just you can click on that. Because here you can create legal entities. So enterprise structure, submit the enterprise structure. Okay. Then yeah, this is structure. Okay, this is the structure. So what we can do is tomorrow we can create. So this is the so just what we need to do is you need to just click on here, and now you need to create the divisions. Okay. Otherwise, what we can do is let me so quickly go through the two ways. There are two ways. One is you can create manually. Otherwise, system default will give you the divisions because the system has created this division. If you want manually, you can create and you can add up n number of divisions. Okay. So then you can system has provided the AMD LLC. So based on our data, if you want, you can create manually. You can add up a number of legal entities. Okay, one business group or enterprise structure can have number of legal entities. Okay, here create business unit. So our system has given so AMD LLC. It's a kind of a business unit. So if you want, you can create manually. So if you want, you can create manually. So you can select manually and you can add up. You can create manual kind of business units. Okay, just click on next and you can create a manual business units. You can create manually because I want to create AMD underscore NY. It's a kind of a or NY or the NYC. I don't anything. Okay. United States. I'm just selecting the same address. Okay. So then next one, click on next. So you can go for the enterprise structure, the common setup. So then manage business unit by default common set we can take and just click on next. The common set we can take the common data set. Click on next. So here what we can do is we can review the data, whatever data it is there, we can review data and just click on submit. Okay. Because it is in load not loaded status. Because why it is not loaded? So any kind of a application, so one enterprise should be there. So we can't load too many enterprise for one application. Or that means that one server or sorry or any kind of a one instance. Because I have purchased the application for my client, I can create only so I can create n number of enterprise, but I can load one only because one enterprise or one user group has different legal entities and different ledgers, and then we can have different business units and you can have different divisions or departments. You can have different inventories, but enterprise is one only, single only. That means business group is single only. Okay, so fine. So tomorrow we'll check with we'll complete all these things. So I will go for regularly. Okay, so even I can take Saturday Sundays as well. So if you want. So we can have the classes Monday to Saturday every day. But if I have any personal calls and if you have any personal calls, please let me know. We can stop the class on that the same day. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to target these things. So tomorrow we will go to any kind of a purchasing or inventory or product management setups, and we can go through that. Okay, fine. So
Prasad,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
have a
yes,
small
Pradeep.
request.
Yeah, yes, Pradeep.
Yeah, actually, I had a